Is it finally time to move on from her BS? So I've 28F been in a serious relationship with my partner 28F for almost 5 years now. I always thought we had a pretty solid relationship, and that we are definitely meant to be together. We even had a child together 4 months ago, used a sperm donor. I think I just need reassurance that leaving her is the right thing to do. But basically she has had a problem since the beginning of our relationship, her ex, who is apparently not someone she wants to be with but will never stop caring about. I was hesitant but okay with her having a friendship with the ex when we first got together. I had no reason not to trust her yet, and after all I was brand new in her life. Well, after some time I found out the ex was still trying to hook up despite my partner saying she wanted to remain faithful to me. So I put a stop to their communication right there and explained why it made me uncomfortable. Fast forward a year later, I find her talking on Snapchat with the ex. Obviously, since it was Snapchat, I couldn't see any messages, just that they talked daily. We talked and she agreed to delete Snapchat and not talk to the ex. About another year later, I get a gut feeling to check her phone, even though I never do that, and here we go again, through email, and I could see what was being said. Sexual comments to each other and calling each other pet names like babe and baby. We broke up for a minute over that. I argued, I yelled, and finally broke down and cried, telling her how she hurt me. She apologized and claimed she didn't mean to hurt me and didn't know why she was even talking to the ex again. Said the ex needed someone to talk to, has no one to lean on, etc. I thought for sure after truly showing my partner how hurt I was that she would never do it again, or that if she felt the need to, that she would at least be honest with me. Nope. Once again I found messages between them all the way from July 2021 to now. They had been meeting up. No evidence of any physical cheating, though I saw texts from my partner saying she would go stop by but not for long because she didn't want me to think anything. I would think she was staying late at her school or job. I was so stupid. She was meeting up with this ex over and over a few times a week. Going on walks for a long time when really she was on phone calls with the ex. I still ducking love her and I don't want to break up, but my God, what do I do? Edit, I forgot to add that in the most recent text messages my partner was telling her ex that she truly does love her and that the three of us could never all hang out as friends because then I would see how she truly feels about the ex. She is still swearing she doesn't want to be with her though. I'm very confused. Story 2. Disgusted with my ex-husband. Does anyone feel the same with their ex? It's been a little over a year since my ex-husband left for his affair partner. Our child and I have been consistently going to therapy due to the trauma caused by his infidelity. Our divorce was finalized in October and he is still with Al. He has said things about regret, feeling lost, and etc., but I can't help and just roll my eyes when he brings that crap up. I keep contact to a minimum. He visited our child last week. I didn't see him, and when he left, I went down the basement and smelled his scent. The first thing I felt was disgust and repulsion. To think, I cried for months because I couldn't smell him at home anymore. Now, I just find it repulsive. I didn't think I'd get here, but here we are. I am not angry at him anymore, but I am deeply hurt by his betrayal. This feeling of disgust actually surprised me. I don't feel this too often. It's almost unfamiliar and uncomfortable to me. It's odd to say the least. Anyway, can anyone here relate? Redditor's reactions. Story 3 after this section. Redditor 1. Your home is your relaxing and safe place from the outside world. Having him there ruins that. Don't let him have access to that part of you anymore. Op answer. My daughter was ill and wanted to see her dad. I'm actually okay with it. I don't see him and he stays in the basement. Someone else is also always with me at home when this happens. It's always a last resort. Redditor 2. Yep, 100%. At pickup the other day I was telling him something re our toddler and made the mistake of looking at his face. I have to stop myself grimacing in disgust when I look at him. Op answer. I can relate. He doesn't see me during pickup and vice versa, but I did see his face close up when he was video chatting with our daughter. I thought, I can't believe I was with this guy for almost 19 years. EU. Redditor 3, yes. I'm getting there. I don't see my ex anymore and we don't share kids, but seeing his social media photos or memories pop up, I feel repulsed. The couple of times I've run into him in public, I've immediately thought gross. I don't recognize him and he is very unattractive to me now. He probably always looked that way, but I didn't see it when I loved him, lol. As for smell, very rarely did he wear cologne, so I certainly don't miss his natural smell. I can cut an onion and I'm reminded of him. Also gross. Op answer, I'm so sorry you are going through this too. I find it so odd. I loved how my ex naturally smelled. When you said onion, I can see how that can be disgusting. For my ex, the smell reminds me of old grease or the oil you smell on your clothes after you cooked a massive meal for family. I don't like that smell. It feels unclean. As for social media like FB, Instagram, Snapchat and TikTok, I uninstalled it. Too much recommendations of him and his owl. I also just want to start clear, so I'm off it for now. We'll get there one day. Redditor 4, I am equal parts sad for and disgusted by my ex. I feel for his mental health struggles and the horrible situation he's in as a result of the logical consequences for his actions. But also, as the recipient of his abuse, I'm okay with this. It's hard to be disgusted by someone you loved. It's the definition of conflicted. Op answer, a light bulb clicked on my head. I can definitely relate and feel just like you about your ex with mine. I feel bad for him and at the same time, feel repulsed. Story 3, alone or with his family. My husband and I eloped last April before our daughter was born. We just had our wedding with family and friends in October. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. 3 weeks later he tells me he's unhappy and has been for a year. Shortly after I find the text with his co-worker, a woman in HR. He blames me. He says if he hadn't been so lonely and unhappy it never would have happened. He says it's all my fault. He doesn't give a S about his AP, but definitely doesn't like me. He says I'm the toxic partner. I made him feel trapped. And he never told me because he wanted to keep the peace. He wants me to go with him to his family Christmas today. So what? I can say bye to everyone? So I can spend the day feeling the weight of everything that's a lie and is rapidly coming to an end? Our daughter is 20 months old, so she won't remember either way. Story 4, is this considered cheating? Hello? I 30F and my husband 32M have been married for 5 years with no kids. I moved overseas to be with him. I woke up in the middle of the night and caught him S-Timeting with strangers in an adult chat room. I confronted him. He denied it first and said he was only watching PRN, but then confessed and said what he does is pretending to be a woman and S-Timeting these strangers' men. I felt very disrespected by the fact that he was doing it right next to me in bed, especially since we haven't been S-Timely active for some time now, mostly because he shows no interest. Is that considered cheating? I feel disrespected. My confidence is obviously shattered. He'd rather have online S-time with strange men than real S-time with me. And I probably will have a hard time fully trusting him from now on. I love him very much, he's a great guy and a very good husband. I don't know how to proceed. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, of course this is cheating. Redditor 2, great guys and very good husbands don't do this, so your image of him should be shattered. Also yes, what he did is cheating and he seems like he is seeking other ventures sexually instead of with his own freaking wife. Redditor 3, yes it's cheating or he wouldn't have lied about it. If you two haven't been having normal relations and he has been S-ing men online, whether or not he is pretending to be a girl, I think you need to have another conversation first. About his sexuality? It shouldn't be judgmental, but it needs to happen. Then the conversation about cheating. He may be hiding more than just his online cheating. Redditor follow-up. Yes, it's cheating or he wouldn't have lied about it. He's claiming that he pretends to be a woman online. No way you can just be honest about that. It's like an amalgamation of catfishing and cross-dressing for some form of sexual gratification. I think even a gay man who openly cross-dressed in real life would still be inclined to lie about it, even if they thought of it more as pornographic than cheating. Sexuality is enough a reason to lie. Another is something I should be considering too. Gender identity. It might be philosophically, not really cheating. That line is about context and opinion though. Lying doesn't make the cheating, though. He's lying because the lie was less shameful than the truth. I say truth, because that might not be the whole truth. It may not just be online. And if he has an online relationship with any of these men, then it kinda goes from him using the interactions as material into cheating. At that point, cheating is cheating. But if being a woman is part of the fantasy, then there is a chance it is not physical. If it was the men in particular that drove him to do this, then he could probably just seek out gay men instead of straight ones. But I've definitely seen some gay people say they prefer straight men, which seems like an oxymoronic concept. Redditor 4, he probably doesn't consider it cheating. However, anything that moves the intimacy of a relationship to an external source is cheating.